So how do you walk the walk? A lot of people that are trying to share advice or help others out, coach in any format, talk a lot and share a lot of opinions, but are they actually walking the walk? And not accusatory in any way, saying that anybody's necessarily violating this whole idea, but more of the question for yourself: are you walking the walk? Are you doing the things that you are telling others to do or coaching others through? Are you doing the best things for you as well? So, in terms of nutrition, for me, it's been a struggle to, value the time or make the time for meal prep. And so that's one thing that I've been trying to do a lot more lately, is make sure that's in my schedule. And so I've got, those nutritious meals ready to go because I took a little bit of extra time out of my schedule to actually prep those meals for the days and the weeks. And it becomes very easy if you do this just a couple times a week. You've got food ready all the time and you don't have to worry. Or it could be in terms of the importance of training and the importance of recovery. If you're walking the walk, that means actually making time to, balance out the stress in your life. As a coach or as a person who is helping others, we also have to take time out, get into nature, and go for a walk, go for a float, whatever it is that you find works best for your recovery, to turn off that S&S and to get a little more into a relaxed state once in a while. Maybe you just need to sleep a bit more. All those things fall into place with making sure that you're doing what's best for you so that you can put your best efforts forward with whoever else you're trying to help out. And so, there's lots that can go into walking the walk and making sure that you're doing what's best for you. I think kind of the main areas, at least for me right now, that stand out, it's around making sure nutrition's on point, looking at how my training is going and whether, I'm including enough strength training, cardio, what the balance is like, and if I'm pushing too hard, if I'm not pushing hard enough, all of that sort of falls into place. And then the recovery aspect, making sure sleep's good. Sleep's not always great for me, so trying to, always have enough sleep is one of the things I can do. Finding some time during the day to sort of reset if I need to. And then some of these other times where you don't have to be so rushed, where you can get out into nature, spend some time sort of getting into the stillness of it all, is another important aspect. And so that, falls into place with recovery and just doing what's best for you. And so, that's sort of those recovery aspects, making sure that you're handling the stress that's in your life. I think a lot of us are super stressed right now because we've got a lot that's out of our control, that's sort of dictating where we can go and what we can do, and sometimes the positive things that we like to do. Fortunately, a lot of people are still able to float because they can get doctor's notes to do so, or notes from registered health professionals. And that's super powerful for resetting the nervous system and de-stressing. But things like doing the workouts we normally like to do, and maybe having to shift up our training because we're working out at home or only able to get outside when the weather's nice, or even if the weather's not so nice, and doing things like that can be a little bit stressful if you're not that well in tune with it, or maybe that's not your favorite style of training. And then of course trying to balance out the stress of not being able to connect with loved ones as much, or having to work more just because of the uncertainty around everything. We've just got to take some time to bring awareness to what our schedule looks like, whether we are walking the walk or where we need to check ourselves to make sure that we don't just crash and burn. And hopefully we're getting towards a finish line with lockdowns and stuff, but now we really don't know. We've seen it come and go several times now, and we've got to be ready to face whatever comes next. So that's really that's really what I'm working on myself right now, is thinking about these different things. Am I walking the walk? Am I doing what I say I'm going to do? Integrity is an important aspect of what I value, at least. And so thinking about that, hopefully you can think about it for yourself a bit too. One of the more recent videos I talked about how we value our time, and it goes into that as well. Thinking about where we're dedicating our time. Are we putting our best efforts into the time, whether it's with other people or with ourselves, and being intentional there? And so I'm going to wrap up with that and get back to this nature walk and just thinking about things. So thanks as always for tuning in, and until next time, dream on and find your flow.